little bit sleepy. So have you noticed your body hump down? So maybe after once in a while you go back and check. If you start to nodding, then start again, start over again. Make sure you have your back straight. And then we do it. Repeat it, what I'm telling you. Start to expand the awareness, cover from the top down. Because if you narrow down to the breathing, then if your mindfulness is not sharp enough, then you are probably sleepy. So the antidote is to go back, zoom out, feel the whole body again, and then start again, do the whole body, and then when the mind is ready, then you go deeper. So you have to be put attention to your mind when you do meditation. So it's a skill that you learn when you meditate. Okay, any questions, comment?พี่เนนหลับคนไหน พี่เนนเราเป็นตัวอย่าง Yeah, maybe he just showed the example of sleepy. He just want you to know what is it like to be sleepy. Well, when you do meditation, you're not looking at other people. Okay, you look at yourself. That person is sleepy. That person is not. So the whole idea is to look at yourself. What is it like inside? Investigate your own mind. เขาบอกว่าหลวงพี่เนนหลับทำยังไงดีนะไม่ได้หลับใช่ไหมOkay, so maybe I tell the story and or if you don't have any questions or things. So you've been here for a few days now, right? How many days now? 3, 4? 4 days already. Okay. Yeah, like everything else, when you are in a new setting, many people haven't been used to forests. Anybody scared of ghosts? No. Phil, really? Have you seen ghosts? No. Don't have to be scared. Nothing to fear of. What's the difference between Kun Anupong and us? Yes. What difference? Do we have skeleton like that? Yeah, we also have that, right? So what's the difference between Kun Anupong and we? What difference? Huh? What did he say? What did he say? Our unattractive things still see. Yeah, that's good. So whatever Kun Anupong have, we also have, right? But we have more. Right? We have the internal organs, we have hair, we have these skins and things. And the main difference between he and us is what? He doesn't have skin. Oh yes, we have skin. And then what else? What else? Huh? He doesn't have what? He's dead. Yeah. And so what's the difference between him and us? He cannot move, so we can move. So what else? He doesn't breathe. Yeah. So we have a breathing. We have the in and out breath. What else? So what he lacking? We have and he doesn't have. He doesn't have opportunity to do good, right? You're already dead. The only difference is that we have the opportunity to do good things, right? So this is the difference. So because we have the ability, a choice to do something good. Like we can keep the precept. He can't. He dead. He can't refrain from killing because he don't have any mind. He don't have any intention. But we can train ourselves to be in the sila. We can practice meditation. We can have wisdom. Right? He could have all of those things. He can't have a training. He doesn't have a sikha. He doesn't have any education. He already passed his time. He go to the next realm. So all he left is just his skeleton. But what we have is that we have this opportunity to do many things. We have an ability to practice, to end this, right? Because if we not practice, we will be born again and again and again and again and again. You know how much born that we born during one eons, of this kappa. The world expanding and collapsing. I say yesterday, how long is one kappa? Yeah, it's 110 and 140, right? So it's million 23 times. So it's quite a long time. So out of those time, we reborn again and die, reborn again and die, many lifetime. You know how much skeleton we end up with if we gathering all the bone each life and then put it together in one place. You know how big it is? Yeah, it's a mountain. One time the Buddha point out to the mountain. It's called Vepula mountain. If you go to India, a huge mountain, and he said that one being wandering on and on and on and on in one kappa for one being. The skeleton, if you put it together, all the skeleton and piled up in the one lump, is end up the whole mountains. So, and you know how many lives we born without skeleton? A lot more. See, maybe we born without skeleton, like some small insect doesn't have any skeleton, some very small things. So, not to mention that, if we count only you have to be big enough to have the skeletons. So that put together is bigger than the mountain. So if we not practice, we'll repeat it, go on and on. And you know how difficult it is to have Buddha teaching? How long is the Buddha dispensation? You know how long it is? No? No idea? How many years? 4 Songkhai, no? That's the time of the Buddha perfecting his parami. But when he enlightened and when he start teaching, how long is his teaching last? 5,000 years, right? Our Gautama Buddha only last 5,000 years. And how many years now been since the Buddha teaching? How many years now? Since the Buddha passed away? Anybody know? 2,563. Yeah, you have to add one more. So that when the Buddha passed away, right? So how many more years to come? Yeah, 2,400, right? About 2,400 more years. And then they will end. And nobody will know again about what the Buddha teaching is. So if you compare these 5,000 years, compared to the million 23 times, how many percent is that? 0.1%. So see how difficult it is. That's why the Buddha said it's very difficult for you to even hear Dhamma, right? Out of this samsara, many times when you're born, you probably be some insect somewhere. You're not able to understand the Dhamma. So that's the opportunity of you to have a chance to listen to the Dhamma. So when the Buddha get the day of enlightenment, when he received the golden plate from Suchata, and he made his determination, he basically put this golden plate in the Niranjara river, and then he said, if I gonna get enlightened tonight, let this golden plate go against the stream. Yeah, so it's good like that. And then it's sink down. And then the other 3 other plates already there. So it's go and click. It's make them click noise with another 3 plates that's already there. And then the Naga in the underworld kind of wake up. Say, oh, the Buddha come again. And then he goes back to sleep. So you know what the meaning is that? The Naga is like the times. So in this eon, there are already 3 Buddha come to teach. So there we have the Kukusanta, Gonakamana, and Kassapa. First 3 Buddha. So each one represent like the golden plate. And the Gautama Buddha is the number 4. So the time span of the Buddha teaching is just that much. It's just a click of the plate on top of each other. And then the world goes to darkness again for a very long time. So the 1,000 years, 5,000 years is very short. But it's not that long. That's why we have to be. That's why it's so precious that we have a chance to listen to the Dhamma. One time there was the people who come to listen to the Buddha teaching. So there are 4 people come and sitting to listen to the Buddha, and then one person he kind of playing with the earth. He just scratching. Another person he kind of shaking the tree. Another person look at the star. And another person is sleeping, nodding. And the last person, he listened carefully to the teaching of Buddha and he got enlightened. So Ananda, his personal attendant of the Buddha, asked the Buddha, oh, what a pity, your teaching is so beautiful, but these people are not paying attention to your teaching. So the Buddha said, Ananda, you know how difficult it is for people to hear even the word of Dhamma. Because out of this long, million of years, the Buddha time is very short. So even the word Dhamma itself, the word Dhamma, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha is very rare to hear. So, and then the person who are playing with the sand, he was last 500 years ago. He was repeatedly born as earthworms. So he was basically just swimming around. So he just repeat his own habit. So he doesn't get anything by coming to listen to the Buddha teaching. And the second one who shaking the tree, he was born as a monkey, many lifetimes. So he was keeping, rather than listening to the Buddha, he was playing with the trees. And the third one, he was a snake, 500 lifetime. So when he listened to Buddha, he just sleep. So he doesn't hear what the Buddha say. And the fourth one, he was a Brahmin before. So he looked at the star and he keep, oh, this is a good omen, this is a good time, and he keep. So he doesn't pay attention to the teaching of the Buddha. And then the last one, he's a Brahmin who already, he was reciting the Brahma, the mantra. So he really pay attention to the wording of the Buddha very carefully. So when the Buddha say Dhamma, he reflects upon it, reflects upon the meaning, and he get enlightened because he was pay attention to the teaching of the Buddha. So you can see even in the Buddha time, the Buddha himself giving the teaching, not everybody get enlightened. Only people who have some parami, who basically keen on listening to the meaning of the word. Many people, actually much more people are missing the opportunity. Whatever reason, maybe they was born as a snake before or as a earthworms or monkey, or who knows. So that's why it's very rare to have the Buddha teaching and to even have a chance to listen and contemplate what the meaning of the wording of the Buddha. And this is very important. If you listen carefully, you can transcend this. You don't have to be born again, or become like Kunanupong again, be a skeleton again. Are you have enough of this, or you still want to go on and on and on? This is the thing that you can choose. You can make a choose, but at least you choose the way. If you're going to be born again, I hope you do some good karma. You keep the precept, do a lot of merit. Maybe give dana. If you have chance, do some bhavana, meditation. So hopefully you have a good rebirth. So you're reborn in at least you have a happy rebirth and have more chance to practice. If you're not tired of this samsara yet, so it's up to you. So you can have some option. If you practice, you can pick and choose. I tell you the story, okay? Bedtime story. The story about 5 kids, friends. They are play together, and one day they go in the very old castle, and then they find this very old lamp, and they help. It's very old and dusty, so they help polishing. Use the cloth to clean it. So each one are helping. So after they clean it, so what happened when you clean the whole lamp? Is the genie come out, the big blue giant come out, and then it stretch their bodies. I was trapped in this for thousands of years. Let's see who is my boss. Whoever helped. So they look at it. These five kids all together. They're all helping, so they are part of this. So whatever your wish, I can make it come true. So the first kid right away said, I want ice cream. The genie said, easy, eat ice cream. So he made ice cream and he give it to that first kid. So this kid's very happy, he got his ice cream. So genie turned to the second one. He asked, okay, now your turn. What do you like? The second kid said, well, I want ice cream factory. Genie said, easy, ice cream factory. So he make the ice cream factory. He can got all those flavor, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. Very happy, huh? So he turned to the third kid. Okay, what do you want? So the third kid is thinking, okay, what happens when you eat too much ice cream? You got diabetes, yes. What else? You got fat, yes. You got diabetes, you got fat. What else? What happened to your teeth? You got rotten teeth, right? And what happened to your heart? It's clogged up, right? You got maybe some hypertension, heart attack, right? So what to do? So he said, okay, maybe I want 1 million baht. Okay, a lot of money, right? So Genie said, easy, 1 million baht. So he make 1 million baht. So that kid go and buy ice cream factory and go and buy hospital. So he can eat ice cream as much as he like. And when he got rotten teeth, he go and have a dentist. They put all the fill up to him. When he got fat, go to the doctor. He gives him pill. When he got diabetes, he go and get injection. When his heart is problem, he go to the doctor. He got surgery. So it's good, right? So he owned the whole ice cream factory. He owned all the whole hospital, dentist, everything. Very happy, right? So he turned to the fourth one. Now your turn. What do you want? And the fourth one is clever, $1 million. You can this day you can spend it quickly. You buy this and that, 1 million this, 1 million that. So he said, okay, I want 3 wishes. The first one, I want $1 million. Okay, so he got ice cream factory, he got hospital, everything that the third kid got. And then he already spent one wish, and then the second wish he said, "Oh, I want to go anywhere I want." So he go to Mediterranean to have a sunbath. He go to the Antarctic to have a ski. So he very happy, go everywhere in the world. And when it come to the last wishes, he said, "May I have another 3 wishes?" See, he's very clever, he's very smart, so he never run out of it. Every time he make 1 wishes, second wishes, and for the third wish, he always said, "Oh, let me have 3 more wishes." See, this is very clever. This kid is very clever. So you can get whatever you like, limitless, whatever you like. So Ginny said, "Okay, yeah, he got everything," and then he turned to the last one. This is the fifth one. The fifth one, he's a little bit small, so he was looking at all his friends. From the first one got ice cream, second one got ice cream factory, third one got $1 million, very rich and got everything. The fourth one even better, they got everything that they need, keep on and on and on and on, never end. So the fifth one said, "You know what I want? I want the wish that when I got that, I will not need anything else. That will be my last wish." And the genie is kind of shocked, He said, "Out of my career, I wish for many people success, but nobody asked me this. I can't give you this, but I know how can you get this." And he said, "Now, the Buddha alive in the world. The teaching of the Buddha is still alive. If you want to know the wish that make you the last wish, you have to. Nobody can grant you that wish. You have to practice, and you have to realize by yourself." So Ginny told this thing, that where to study. So that kid, he understand what Ginny said. So he traveling all the way to Thailand and ordained as a novice. So now he try to get that wish, try to find out the wish that when you get that wish, you will not need anything else. That will be your last craving. And when you understand that, there will be no wish. Because see the fourth one, even though he got everything he liked, he keep getting more and more and more. It's never end. So the last one said, "Well, I don't want to be slave to my craving. I want to end it. Maybe I have a wish that you end every wish. There will be content. I will not feel any lacking, and that will be my last wishes." So maybe that last kid is one of you, practicing, try to realize what it to be like to be free of all craving once and for all, having fulfill the main wishes that you will be ending of all wishes. So that is the story for tonight. So hopefully you go back and have a nice rest for tomorrow. It's 20. So anything else?
Can Ajahn give them suggestions how to behave in the Nashat?
Oh yes, tomorrow. What time will we be tomorrow?
So at around 6 o'clock.
Okay, so tomorrow after the morning chanting, right away we are leading to Wat Nana Chat. In Nana Chat is a place where many people come, and tomorrow will be one Pra as well, right? One Pra, so there will be the villager also coming to listen to the talk. So it's good to be well behaved, and when you go to Wat Nana Chat, actually when you go to the monastery, okay, when you carry the yam, it's more polite, not to carry like this. Normally when you go, you carry like this, but when you go in the monastery, you carry like this. You carry it like this. It's more polite, or you can use like this as well. Like this. This is a way of carrying and then keep the voice down. speaking, keep the voice down. The forest monastery they practice. People meditate. So if you go there and make a loud noise, then people will not like it. So keep the voice down. Just say minimum things that you need to say, but the rest of the time keep quiet. And then follow the Ajahn and carry. We probably go to the sala and first we bow to the Buddha first, and then probably go to see Ajahn Kevali, the abbot, and maybe we will set up the place for the meal, and then set up the bowl. We probably don't have time for pintapat, so you can. When we reach there, we can prepare the sitting place, rinse the bowls and take the cover off, and then put the asana, and then just see how much time do we have. Maybe we can have some morning just looking around to feel places before the meal time, and maybe help with the sweeping or whatever. So and then we come back and have a meal, and again we in the Nana Chat, so follow the same thing that we have here. Try to take the food that is just enough for you. In Nana Chat, it's going to be much more than this, so you might have a big eye. I want this and this, and then it takes too much and you can't finish all of those. So make sure that you know how much you can eat. I'm not sure tomorrow would there be the meal 11 o'clock meal as well.
I don't even know also.
Okay.
Challenge them.
Can you go with one meal? You can, huh? You can try.
We will be there to participate evening chanting, and then we'll come back at
But at 11 o'clock would there be a meal there for them?
Ajahn don't tell yet.
See here, Ajahn Pum arrange for people to come and offer you the 11 o'clock meal. But in Nana Chat, they usually have only one meal. So just to be safe, make sure that you have enough. Okay, because it might not be 11 o'clock meal. Because Ajahn Pum probably he doesn't. Did he go together with us, Ajahn Pum? No. So yeah, I don't think Ajahn Kevali will probably arrange for that. Okay. Huh? Pana, yeah, they have a pana, but you might not have 11 o'clock meal. So just take all you need in the morning. So it's good to taste it out. It's not that bad. Just try to have one meal a day like a monk. So take enough for you for the whole day, and come back and sit and have the meal, and then of course you come and show your bowls to Ajahn or me to make sure that you finish all, and then slowly keep the bowl, and then wash it. There's a place where you can wash the bowl, come back and then clean, dry the bowls, and sun your bowl for a few minutes, and then ready for, maybe you can have some session with Ajahn Kevali. He might give some talk or show you around in place, and let's go from there. I'm not sure what this schedule will be like, but you'll be in Nana Chat the whole day until the evening chanting, and come back later. So you have to be prepared. They might open one kuti, the big kuti, for you to stay together, to have some rest in the afternoon. Okay, and you can, if you have any question you want to ask in Kevali, you might want to meet with many monks from all around the world. Very interesting to maybe ask them why do they come, why do they become a monk. These people are very committed. Every people who ordain have to stay at least 5 years. It's a 5-year commitment. If you not stay for 5 years, he said, sorry, go somewhere else. This place is for people who really dedicate to spend at least 5 years. Because it takes a lot of time for you to learn to be a good monk. It's like if you want to be a doctor, right? And you say, I want to be a doctor. And I said, how much time do you have? I said, I have 2 weeks. Do you think you're going to be a doctor by being 2 weeks? No way. Go somewhere else. You not even be a nurse, So the doctor needs a long time. So this is even more difficult than a doctor. A doctor you learn about a little bit of skill about what's going on in your body, but this is even more refined, something to do with your mind. So you need a longer time to training. So people are very committed there. So when I was staying in Nana Chart, we have 18 nationality altogether. So you might meet some of the different country, and you can ask them where they become a monks, and I think everybody might give you some of his story, and so you can, if you have any question, you can note it down and ask him when you have a time with Jankevali. Normally on one part, by the way, on one part, Jankevali have to keep a Dhamma talk to the villager.
In Thai.
So it will take like 1 hour. So you're gonna be a little bit late. Maybe that's why it's no use to have 11 o'clock meal anyway, because by the time you have a meal, it's probably 9 o'clock. So because Ajahn Kevali have to give 1 hour talk to the lay people, so you have to be patient tomorrow. Okay, you just have to listen to his talk. His talk will be in Thai though, so maybe somebody can translate for Shane. JL can help with translation. Okay, any questions about tomorrow? I will be with you in the morning, but in the afternoon I have to give a talk in the Ubon University for the medical student. So I will be away most of the afternoon. So I will not be with you, but then Ajahn Panu will be with you until the end, until the 8 o'clock, and come back here. So you still spend the night here. Just be there until the evening, finish the evening chanting, and then come back here.
Actually, if possible, can Ajahn tell the story about why would I give the y*we lost the Indian novice already. He's so scared. He got some like ghost or something last night, and he couldn't stay. So he was just leave. I told him that tomorrow we buy the ticket for him to go back, but he can't wait, so he leave by himself. So anyhow, in the forest tradition, before you go to the kuti, it's good for you to do some chanting, Karaniya Metta Sutta. Okay, because there are so many beings around, and usually when you stay in the kuti, in the hut, it's what's built by. If you look at the name, they're all dead. because they dedicate the kuti for dedicate the merit for that particular person. See, so that's why they have a name on it. So when you spend the night there, if you practice well, they earn the merit, so they rejoice. But if you're lazy, you go there, you didn't keep the precept, you didn't keep the korvat, you do nothing. So the people who are supposed to be getting the merit from you, they didn't get it. So sometimes it happened that you sleep, and then sometimes some people are pulling your leg or whatever. Like this Indian novice, because they're knocking on the door or whatever. So it's just thing. So basically, before you go in, okay, so it's good to do some chanting. Like Karaniya Metta Sutta. It happened at the same time in the Buddha time. The monks going to practice in the forest, and then because the deva see the monks, so when they see the monk, they have to come down. The monk is very high, so if they stay in the tree, they have to come down. So first of all, the monk, maybe they thought the monk will stay for few nights, but they end up spend the whole reign, 3 months. So all the deva is not happy, because every time the monk pass by, they have to come down and do this. So they decided that they will teach the monk, they will make themselves appearance as a ghost. Sometimes like no hair, sometimes a bad smell, sometimes it's this and that. So the monk got scared. So the monk go back to the Buddha and say, "Oh, what happened? There are so many things that I see the gross things, sometimes bad smell, sometimes a very horrible sound. So the Buddha said, "Oh, yeah, you should go back and then, but this time you should bring your weapon with you." The Buddha give the monk weapon, and the monk said, "Oh, what a weapon!" The Buddha said, "Oh, you learn this. This is the weapon of the monk, the yメตス So he learned. The Buddha gave him a very short chanting. You can memorize it in the few minutes. And then when you go in, you chant this first. So whatever it say is just say you spread the loving kindness. It tell you the thing that you supposed to be doing. 14 of those. Summarize is a sikha, is just a sila samadhi and panya. To put it shortly, but they give it into 14 different topic that you have to do, and then they end up with metta. Okay, so 2 things: sikha, 3 training, sila, samadhi, panya, and then metta. So when you go in, what you determine to do, you want to sikha, you want to educate yourself in sila, samadhi, and panya, and whatever merit that you get from that, you dedicate to them. See, so when they see that you coming in a good manner, you spreading the loving kindness, whatever you learn, you share it to them. So their heart is open and say, "Oh, it's good." So you come and practice, and I also gain the merit. So rather than they scare you, they will support you. So the monk go back and do this chanting, and then all the deva, they support and they help the monks, they protect and make the things very suitable for practice. And at the end, all the monks attain arahantship. They are basically fully enlightened. And then all the spirit got a lot of merit from the monk practicing there. So because of this, every time the forest monk, we go in the forest, the first thing we do is we do the chanting, Yame Metta Sutta. So we're spreading whatever we of course we keep the good precept. We practice very hard, and then every time we dedicate the merit, what we do every day. By the end of the chanting, we always share whatever we have to the big spirit around. So that is a very important thing that we do every morning and evening. We share our merit from practice to them. So it's good for you to learn, but luckily we don't have that in the chanting. So maybe we can print it out sometime. It's a short chanting. We have it in English translation. It's very beautiful. I think this is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness. So this is maybe later on when we print it out. Or if we go to Nanachat tomorrow, ask Ajahn Kevali. He has a Nanachat chanting book. So maybe we can ask for 13 copy, and then or maybe a little bit more, 15, 16, so people can have chanting. And remember to ask Ajahn Kevali for this chanting, so we can start practicing the chanting. Okay? Then it's good to, before you go to bed, did you do the chanting? I hope you do some chanting, no? No? Sometimes? It's good to before you go to bed, you do the chanting. Even though it's short, it's good. At least you do the chanting, so you clear your mind before you sleep. So whatever dream or whatever come, you about the Buddha. If you're not, you sleep it, not mindfulness, your dream is all over the place, and you probably feel exhausted. So before you go to bed, do some chanting. If you can't remember anything else, at least Namo Tassa. Or better to do itipiso or whatever, you just do some chanting. And when the first thing when you wake up, do you bow and chanting? It's good also to first thing you know, and then you just say first thought we think when we wake up, think about the teaching of Buddha. Then, if you get the next rebirth, you probably able to be born in a Buddhist country because your mind is sent into that direction. Otherwise, you don't have any guarantee that you're gonna be born in the Buddhist country again. It's gonna be tough if you born, say, in Ethiopia somewhere or in Middle East, not even have enough to eat or fighting all the time, so that's not fortunate. So if you want to at least, born in the Buddhist country. And then if you do that, when you meditate, you find your mind is more peaceful because you already be mindful during every time, everything you do. When you put the yam, you put the sitting class, you'll be more mindful. And that's how the momentum, the flow of mindfulness. And when you sit, now it can go deeper. So this is the way of the training. Everything counts. Every bit, every action. Is collective, the collective of this momentum of mindfulness. Okay, so hopefully to going to bed today with thought about teaching, whatever teaching that stick to your mind today. What do you learn today? Like Rahula, every day may I learn like this pile of sand in my hand. So you learn every day. May I be better when I understand the teaching. Okay.